This is Britain's most brutal and inhumane prison. The so-called criminal meat grinder. This man was walking, when another man blocked his way. Didn't say anything, directly moving hands, he quickly dodged it, then there are continuous punches. Make the other criminal lie on the ground and receive punches. Suddenly he stabbed the knife in the back of the criminal. That man was extremely angry. While being able to defeat the opponent, another person rushed in. Although he can fight back, he is unable to fight back against the crowd. Then he was defeated by the others. They even made him bite the iron and beat him. When he woke up, he found out that his teeth had a lot of dentures. Seeing that immediately was very indignant. Returned to prison. He began to train harshly. He knows that, in this demon place, only violence is morality. As expected the next day, he was stopped by two other prisoners. They have been prepared here. Instantly slashed his face with a slash. Originally this time he had only defensive intentions, but the guards forced him to be sentenced 1 more year in prison. This is clearly someone trying to harm him. He went back to prison, frantically practicing 1,000 push-ups, 5,000 crunches, 10,000 boxing. He began to actively counterattack. 1 hit 2, 1 hit 3, then 1 hit 10. The fighting power is getting stronger. Every prisoner was defeated by him. Standing nestled on the edge of the wall trembling. This prisoner lying on the ground told him, everyone in this prison wants to kill him. It was because his brother said he would give a £200,000 bonus to someone who could take his life. He was very angry at that time. He couldn't believe his brother wanted to kill him. Something the truth has appeared. He must believe. The days after that, his everyday life becomes a life where both eating and sleeping use violence against fellow inmates. The more the enemy was, the more excited he became. It was not just the prisoners who attacked him. Even the police have strengthened the team to attack him. He started to get mad. Revealing his dentures, he screamed like a ferocious beast. One person that destroys all the prisoners and the guards. Finally defeat all of them. From then on, all the prisoners and guards admitted the horror. And he also received a very accurate piece of information. The truth is that his brother wanted to kill him to hide the truth. 3 years later, his mother suddenly passed away. Even more confusing was that the prison guard agreed to let him attend his mother's funeral. But on the way, a guard who had to buy coffee was half an hour late. By the time he arrived, his mother was gone. Seeing his deceased mother, he couldn't hold it any longer. While on the elevator, he kicked a policeman with his foot. Then use your hand to control the head of the other policeman. Then tighten his neck. Next, using the fire extinguisher, hit the police's hands. Then remove the handcuffs. After he escaped, he started his plan of revenge. First go to the sheriff who arrested him. It was this sheriff who arrested him. Put him in jail. As a result, the police chief counterattack. A backhand kick to the side and a throw across the shoulder. Injures the opponent, but his defense is too high. A hit back broke the policeman's leg. Then repeatedly attacked the police. Then he snatched the hammer from the sheriff's hand. A fatal blow. Then he went to his brother's accountant again. This gang's accountant is also a vile guy. The accountant pulled out a gun. Unexpectedly, this man used his bare hand to hold the barrel of the gun. Then robbed the gun. The accountant is scared at this time. Can only obey him obediently. Take £20 million, divide and send to 147 victims. These men were all stolen by his brother. 2 days later, he took a gun to his brother's bar. These people are all very talented. Basically not afraid of the gun at all. A quick-witted guy wants to attack him. Immediately, he shot his leg with a gun. Then take one more shot, causing the other guy to leave forever. Others immediately panicked. Basically do not dare to budge. Then he took out a box of salted duck eggs. Asked the other people to put their phones in there. At this time, a fellow disciple asked him, "Why do you want to be against your brother?" He told the story 3 years ago. It turned out that year he went to look for his brother because he wanted to borrow money to invest. Because he wants to do business. But the brother is very cold. Ask him to rob a woman. The stolen money will be his. There's no other way. He can only agree with his brother to steal that woman's things. Inside was indeed £300,000. But unexpectedly, that woman was hit by a car because she was chasing him. This made him feel guilty. Immediately turned back to want to save the other woman. As a result, the police immediately ran to arrest him. While at the police station. Because he wanted to protect his brother, he accepted all crimes. But the police and his brother are on the same side. Thinking that he wanted to sabotage the action. He wanted to personally teach him. He was tied on a chair. The police wear additional gloves. Then a punch caused him to fall to the ground. He did not fear but rose to resist. Get up and kick toward the opponent. Then use the head to attack. Push the police against the wall. Looks like a match. But because his hands were tied, he was knocked down on the ground. Then the police did not stop kicking him. then put him in prison, then distributed the news that he wanted to sell off his brother. As a result, his brother offered a £200,000 prize. Put him in a prison hunted by other criminals. The man who escaped from prison found his brother's lair. It was then that his brother came to the bar. Just entering became his target. The two brothers who just met had a gunfight. Because of anger, he killed a junior. But someone else wants to rush to attack him. But afraid of the bullet in the gun, so they can only step back. Feeling that cannot use violence, the brother started to say affection. Talk about great mother. Right now the girl was slowly walking behind him. Holding a bottle of wine hit him on the head, then it fell off the weapon on hand. Other juniors stormed him. He took down a man with a gun, then discarded the gun and confronted them with bare hands. The villains in prison did not even confront him. Ignore these juniors. He steals the wooden stick from the opponent's hand. A wooden bar knocked down 5 people. The wooden bar is already broken. At this time there was a junior running to the front. The guy had gun in hand shot him. The result was another one of the juniors standing up and being beaten. He took that chance to steal the gun from the other junior's hand, then shoot everyone in the bar until the bullets run out. Then he attacked again. Another person appeared again. He defeated all of his brother's subordinates. His brother immediately held a small knife to attack him. His brother was later killed by him. Turns out all of this was his pre-prison agreement. The police deliberately released him for him to take revenge on his brother, at the same time helping other once robbed people get their money back. But those robbed also get compensation. The movie here is the end. This is a movie that is violent from start to finish. The plot details are very simple, but I can see a lot from the male protagonist. Facing difficulties, never give up. Do not stop practicing to eliminate opponents. The truth also proves that when he is in prison he is the coolest.